A big bag of heart attack helper.
It says on the ingredients, pork rinds, lard, and salt. So it's 100% fat, pretty much.
Plus salt. So you never tried pork rinds before?
No.
I've always heard of pork rinds, especially generally from TV where they'd have big fat guys watching, really dumb sports.
Yeah.
And eating them. And when I was a little kid, I've heard of pork rinds, but just a little bit about them. I never saw them in stores, or at least I never noticed them. Then when I was a kid, I think it was called the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle Treasury. It was some sort of book of Ninja Turtle collectibles, like all the stuff from the dark comic books to the light and goofy cartoon shows, and all the merchandise that was spawned from that cash cow, which had its highs and it definitely had its lows, but it definitely had its highs. And one of them was pork rinds, but were, used turtle logos on it and stuff like that. I'm not sure why they came up with that marketing thing. I think they'd be better off on potato chips or something more common. And then one day in the early 1990s, I went to Labda's, that pizza place near where you used to live.
Yeah.
On the way, I guess it was on the way to Troy with my mother, and I found pork rinds, and I tried them for the first time, and they sucked. Pork rinds sucked. But now I see pork rinds again. I thought to myself, I'll give them a second try.
Okay.
And to people who like killing themselves with cholesterol while not eating much carbohydrate, so potentially, a weight loss plan. if you want to eat all fat and no carbohydrate, you can lose weight, because of the things that go on in the body. I guess you just end up defecating the fat out. I don't know. Well, especially if you're not getting carbohydrate, because you're not getting sugars. There is no carbohydrates in this. There is protein. And there's a lot of cholesterol. There's calories. There's definitely calories. Let's try this. And they're bacon puffs, which are pork rinds. So below that. Dare we try? They're better than the pork rinds I remember. Kind of remind me of pork scraps that people used to do up with fish.
It's pretty much just puffy pig fat.
Yep. Suppose I could drink a glass of vinegar to break up the cholesterol in my system after. When you get right down to it, it's kind of a pig fat flavored styrofoam. So you probably don't want any more.
No, I have that. I've just licked a frying pan feeling in my mouth. Like after you fried bacon in a frying pan, and then if you just lick the pan.
As long as it's not hot. Yeah, I can kind of feel them. It's almost like a bacon foam in my stomach.
Yeah, it's like, I've just licked a frying pan.
When I was a kid, one of the meals that old people used to like to have, back in the old days when they're more healthy, was basically pork fat, which was even fattier and greasier than this.
Didn't they used to cook it up with fish?
Yeah, with fish. Yeah.
Pork fat and fish.
Well, they think people are eating so horrible today.
Ugh.
It's like, yeah, I know what they were eating before they had no-stick pans. I know how much lard was used.
Yes.
I know what they used to use to flavor their fish. Actual pork fat. Not bacon.
No, the
pork
big,
fat.
thick
Not
slices
bacon
of
ends.
fat.
Not bacon ends. The actual
Fat.
pork fat.
What they call pork scraps, wasn't it?
Yep, pork scraps is another name for it.
Oh, how delightful. Well, I think I'm going to go get some chocolate milk or something to wash that taste away.
Yeah.
It says on the ingredients, pork rinds, lard, and salt. So it's 100% fat, pretty much.
Plus salt. Plus salt.
Yeah, salt.
It's like a big bag of heart attack helper.
Heart attack helper, that's good.
I'm almost ready to finish off the last of my Atkins diet in a bag. It's almost all gone. Just a little bit of pork foam in the bottom.
It says on the ingredients, pork rinds, lard, and salt. So it's 100% fat, pretty much.
Plus salt. A big bag of heart attack helper.